Kinder and Jonathan Lansky. My father was Henry Lansky, born Heinz Lansky, 3rd of March 1925. He would have been 100 now. My father passed away 48 years ago. My father came on Kinder transport from Berlin and arrived at Liverpool Street Station 3 weeks before war broke out in the United Kingdom. He'd lived in central Berlin in Alexanderstrasse. From their flat, he was able to observe on Kristallnacht properties burning. He never forgot what he saw and didn't want to tell anyone what he saw. He rarely told anyone what he experienced. Before Kristallnacht, my father had gone to a Jewish school, as many Jewish kids had in Berlin. But years before, they weren't able to be educated because they were not able to go to school. I think my grandparents, who both perished in the Holocaust and the concentration camps, were aware of the risk they were playing. My aunt also came with my father to Kinder transport. My aunt, in her later days, did discuss some of the things that they had experienced. My father rarely spoke about it. But any programs on television about the war, anything television turned off. I think that was a very common thing for the Kinder. They just had to forget what they'd experienced. My father came on the Kinder transport to Harwich, and from Harwich they took the train to Liverpool Street. My aunt told me that when they came across from Germany into Holland, in the borders, certainly at the German border, the train was boarded. The kids really didn't know what they were experiencing. They were very frightened. They'd left their parents on the platform. They knew, maybe they didn't know, that they'd never seen their parents again. My aunt told me that when they got on the train to Liverpool Street, at Liverpool Street Station, just outside the station, the train stopped. She said that, together with the other kids, they thought the Germans were going to get them, and she recalls sitting underneath the seats. They were frightened. All the train was doing was stopping the signal, and the kids were frightened. They were met on the concourse of Liverpool Street Station by the cousins who lived in Cricklewood, that had sent £50 to support the application, because every child that came in the Kinder transport had to have a sponsor. They had to pay £50 to the UK government. £50 in 1938-39 was a lot of money. Lots of these children went to the Quakers, to non-Jewish homes, and to Jewish homes. A large number didn't go to Jewish homes. There was a cousin who was still alive in recent years that told me that he, as a kid, was on the platform at Liverpool Street Station when my father came. He was in his leather house. They came with what luggage they could bring. I think some luggage came in another way as well. They came with very little. They did come, however, with enough documentation to show they were Jewish. They came with their bar mitzvahs. They came with his bar mitzvahs certificate, whatever documentation they needed to prove who they were. Some of the kids had been prepared in Germany to learn something about the trade. My father was about 14 when he came. They couldn't really learn very much, but they tried to explain to them some kind of ability to be able to cope when they came here. My father spoke no English, my aunt spoke no English. My father was lucky enough to get here. I don't think he ever appreciated that his parents wouldn't follow. But my grandparents, and many other Kinder's children, parents never seen again. They just died. There was some communications from his parents. These have been translated by my cousins in recent years, and the parents were asking them, writing to quite a few years after they left, if they could help them get here. My aunt told me that their neighbours in Berlin had begged them, their Jewish neighbours had begged them to go to America, go to China in the end. But they just thought things would be okay and they would never go to. My aunt said that China was an option right to the very last moment for many of the Jews in Berlin, but it was no option. So there's very little that I know about my father's, how he got on the Kinder transport and whatever else. My aunt did return to Berlin in her later years, when she was totally blind. The city of Berlin always invited the Kinder to go back, and on the very, very last occasion that the city of Berlin asked my aunt, she reluctantly did return to Berlin. She could hardly see anything about it. She was my cousins. However, she told me that the one thing she did see was in the park near Alexanderstrasse, there were Hansel and Gretel miniatures in stone that she saw when she returned. And when I visited Berlin on one occasion, I also found those same Hansel and Gretel characters in winter time, and they were actually boarded up with pictures of the Hansel and Gretel characters, and a note to say that there was little that still existed in Berlin that these did. My aunt's school, which I have a picture of, also was still a building that still existed. But the property that my grandparents and father came from was completely demolished in the war and is now a 3-story block of flats. Ceremonies like this perpetuate the memory of all the people. It's very important in this day and age that everyone remembers what has happened, what the Holocaust was. And it should also be remembered that only a small proportion of Jewish children reached this country by just under 10,000. The number that didn't get, and were on different kinds of kinder transport going in the wrong direction of the camps, far exceeded that number. Multitude. So thank you for organising this plaque. It is a tremendous achievement that the people of Swanage have commemorated Trevor Chadwick in the way they have. It's a fantastic achievement. It's therefore ensuring that the memory of what occurred will continue until this day. Thank you.